How many lovers have you made today? Chapter 12. Follow-up. There's a lot for Anon to ponder while he and Celestia wait for a pony to take their order for lunch. These ponies continue to perplex him at every turn. The complexity of dating the princess is one thing, but now he must wonder about this lead mare and herd business. Though, he shouldn't be surprised, as this world is filled with many things he has yet to experience, and his next journey is into new territory. Anon frets about Tia's aggressive nature. He surmises it's mostly instinctual, and that putting Lyra in her place is crucial to their relationship. But there must be a way to mitigate some of her reaction. Casting a glance at her horn ring, Anon wonders if he too should carry something as a sign that they're together. It would undoubtedly show to anyone curious that Anon is taken, but this also brings his anxiety of what her subjects will think. Tia? Celestia looks over to Anon with a broad smile. I'll be straight with you. I don't like how hostile you are about our relationship, Anon reveals. I know it's instinct and quite normal to you ponies, but it bothers me. So is there some symbol for me to wear that tells others we're in a relationship? You know, as a way to deter others at a glance.
Oh, I can understand that can be jarring, and I thank you for being honest.
Celestia takes a moment to mull it over.
I agree, wholeheartedly. If you're interested, I can arrange for a crown to be made for you.
Anon freezes up. Crown. Celestia gives a knowing smirk.
Indeed. It'll be a clear sign that I've taken you as my partner. And with that comes a change in status. For all intents and purposes, you're prince.
Anon is uneasy about this. But, we're not that far in the relationship, right?
We'll only go as fast as you want,
Celestia says.
However, a crown is undoubtedly something that'll bring change.
He really doesn't like this idea. Not yet, at least. Anything else? Perhaps a ring or necklace? Celestia taps a hoof to her bottom lip.
I suppose an emblem with my cutie mark could work.
Celestia starts as something comes to mind. She looks at Anon with a loving smile.
However, I believe this will do fine.
Celestia cranes her neck to an outstretched wing. Anon watches as she gently grasps a feather with her lips and gives it a light tug to pull it out. She offers Anon the feather, which he takes and examines. This is a huge feather. Without a doubt, it's a primary feather, and no pony in the world could ever have a feather as long as Celestia's. It's pristine white, and Anon swears it glows very dimly in his hand. However, as he holds it, it starts to burn bright enough that he must close his eyes.
All done,
Celestia states. He opens his eyes and finds the tip of the feather is now attached to a gold necklace.
That will without a doubt tell others we're together.
The necklace floats from Anon's hand as Celestia puts it around his neck. While being a rather large feather, it perfectly lays on Anon's chest for anyone to see. He picks up the feather and looks it over. It's still glowing faintly. Such a strange thing. This'll do, Anon states. I still can't believe this.
I know, but we'll get through this. Don't worry, I'm here for you,
Celestia says, resting her wing around Anon. I don't know if I'm worth it, but thank you, Tia.
You're worth it to me,
she states. Anon doesn't say anything as they embrace each other. The silence is broken as the doors to the dining room are thrown open. Celestia and Anon look over to see Twilight standing there, in a maid outfit. They're both equally confused by this as she blushes heavily, walking towards the table. Once she's by their side, she pulls out a quill and parchment.
Hello. What would you two like for lunch?
Twilight, what the hell are you doing? Anon asks. Her crimson-covered face looks to the floor, embarrassed.
I got a job to get some bits. A job?
Celestia asks. Long story. Anon says. I'll tell you later. Twilight's head snaps up to look at Anon.
But I thought it was a secret!
Her eyes then instantly catch the necklace and feather that's attached to it.
What is that?
What do you think it is? Anon asks, annoyed. Her eyes rapidly shift from Anon to her mentor, her breaths becoming labored.
You... Princess?
Yeah, I think she's gonna A thud stops what Anon was going to say.
Oh dear.
Celestia lifts Twilight up with her magic.
It appears she's out cold.
I got this. Anon gets out of his seat, walks over to Twilight, and slaps her hard enough to cause a lasting echo. Wake up! Twilight's eyes snap open as they look up at Anon, then down to the feather again.
You and the princess?
Yep. Anon answers.
But, how?
Twilight, you have a job to do. Don't want to get fired so soon. Her eyes widen again as she nods rapidly.
Yes. What would you do, like?
Anon walks back to his seat as Celestia sets Twilight onto her hooves. Manticore ribs, Anon states. Dry rub. Twilight's left eye twitches, but she writes it down as she looks to her mentor.
And for you, princess?
Celestia smiles.
Fruit salad.
As Twilight writes it down, Celestia leans close to nuzzle her student.
I'll explain everything later.
Twilight calms down as she nods a few times.
I'll get your orders ready.
With nothing left to say, Twilight leaves the two of them alone. Anon watches Twilight walk away in that silly maid uniform that's undoubtedly one size too small. It seems she's starting to take the initiative, and has found herself a way to make money. Fine by him. That means for the time being she'll be preoccupied, and he'll be left to deal with his latest challenge. She's looking to make amends with various ponies, Anon states, knowing Celestia's thoughts. Currently, she needs bits to buy a permit in Canterlot.
Permit? Why not ask for one?
Celestia states, confused. It's complicated. She can't ask for it because then she didn't earn it herself. You shouldn't hand everything to her, Tia. Celestia flinches at that.
I guess you're right. So, this is what you've been helping with?
Pretty much.
It's nice to see my student outside of her element for once.
Celestia smiles.
I have a strong feeling you're going to make a big difference in her recovery.
Anon scoffs. I have my reasons.
The future isn't written in stone.
Celestia states.
Did you ever imagine we'd be dating?
Anon scratches his head. Yeah, you have a point. Luna looks to the recruits that have passed the fitness test. Now they stand and wait for the mental exam. As much as she despises this, she must summon the fiend into play. So, she unites their minds once again, and the silence she relished in is swiftly broken. An insidious chuckle permeates the void.
And here I thought you were intent on childishly ignoring me, Lulu. Did you miss me?
Nightmare Moon teased. Luna suppresses the urge to set her jaw in front of her recruits. Though many of them, including Blossom, noticed her annoyed aura. None of them say a single thing, as they quietly wait for what may come.
Do what you're best at and speak nothing more,
Luna commands.
Very well. It's been some time since I've been allowed to stretch my wings. Prepare yourselves!
Luna pierces the composure of the recruits.
You lots may think your will's unbreakable, your mettle untested. But what you're about to encounter will reduce you to nothing more than the bastard Philippine cult your horse mothers had the displeasure of spawning.
While Luna talks, a slow swirl of darkness rises from her hooves, gradually engulfing her form.
I will not condemn those hesitant to advance. But for anyone courageous enough to confront what lies within, dare to take a step forward.
Oh my god, they're doing the Trials of Osiris! I'm just kidding, but seriously, the Trials of Osiris is freaking hell. Anywho, let's get on to our heroic donators. Top donators, Jessie, Star 630, BadassWaffle, only one thing, Ceru, Orion, and IronSky. Matchbook 109, JockeTF, Darkside, Rayden, Narwhals, Blackmoonheart, Pastel, Sky, Soule, and Rolan, Sharper than Mordred, Omicron, Library, Prince, 952, Will, Crystal, Hero, Soule, Shadow Moon, Luigi, 88, Chance Request, Big Smoke, 369, Bobby, JJ, Remember, Princess J, 1101, Calidus, Soule, Mighty, and many more amazing people. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and love life to the fullest.